Welcome back to another episode of Slightly Vanilla Flavoured, where I've moved our crushing wheels. They're over here. Now, I've been trying to figure out a way to get, like, I kind of wanted ore processing, like you put in the ores here and they come up here. Mostly because we've got a second lot of water wheels connected to this dude. So what I've done is trying to keep things tidy. We got this going on, which I think looks okay. Obviously, the top's not done, the roof's not done. I've removed all of the create stuff we had sitting out here, so our farms are no longer automated. But that's okay. We've kind of got the mending books we needed for now, and we'll set up the villagers again later. So inside here, storage and crushing wheel. Now, what I've been looking into, and my inventory is a mess, is this weighted ejector, because I was trying to figure out how do we get items from down here up to there, because I don't want the chest up here where you put the ores, although I could reach. I mean, potentially all the stuff could be lower. I might bring all of this down because there's no reason it has to be this height. It's kind of cool seeing the water wheel through there, but I can just use a vertical gearbox to bring this whole thing down. Yes, I'll need another one over there. Oh, I could run the belt along there. Alright, there we go. I think that'll be better. This is pretty fast. So that's just using the old big cog next to little cog, big cog next to little cog to speed it up. And then we got some changing rotations. And yes, I think that's right. Because if we had this guy on this thing, he'd be rotating that way, which I think would only crush if stuff was coming up, which we're not going to do. So there's a pretty fast crusher. A little bit ugly in places, but that's okay. And then we're going to want... I think I want to use one of these weighted ejectors, just because it would be cool. We don't need to... How do I get stuff onto, like, a belt? Because actually, it could be kind of cool to work on, and I guess we could... Like, the reason I got the second water wheel was just as another power source, but that doesn't have to be like that, right? Like, if we had a vertical gearbox, we could then run power down underground, so maybe we'll block this off. And then I've got all this room to play with, because I'd also like to work on more than, or doubling, or more than what we're doing at the moment. So, ore goes in. We're going to crush it. Let's get a hopper. Ore goes in, we're going to crush it. I guess we just use a hopper to put it in. Although we could use, like... No, you can't break a hopper with that. We do have things like chutes, right? A smart chute. Why would I want to make a smart chute over a regular chute? Additional control. I think it's like filters, right? They have a filter, what they can extract and transfer. Not going to matter. I don't think we care about that. Maybe we just make a chute. Okay. So I got it working. It's a little bit ugly. I ended up having to connect the water wheels back here because otherwise everything was overstressed. And I've just got this mechanical press set here because I needed some sheets. But alright, so we got this chute. Things come along the belt. They get to the chute, they'll get dropped into the crusher, which is going pretty fast, so we should process ores reasonably quickly. Over here, we've got this weighted ejector, and this is what put too much stress on everything. Now, it looks kind of dumb having the chest there, but at the same time, the way I was going to have things, and don't... Yep, he's going to give me back the chest. Give me back the... We just crushed the chest. Well, yeah. The problem I was having was it looked kind of dumb having it covering the top. What happens if we stand on this? Okay. Oh, hey, that's cool. It shoots us way further than items. We should utilize that somewhere. But yeah. No. There's almost our axe gone. These things are dangerous. Right. Cool. So that's set up. We probably do want to cover this, actually. So chest goes here. This would work. We put ores in here, and they'd get processed. And actually, did I bring any stuff over? Because I was thinking about making those bricks that require us to crush some sand. Now, I don't actually have any sand, right? No. But hey, here's some cobblestone. So I want to like crush this, to crush it into gravel, and then we crush the gravel, and then we eventually crush the sand. But if we biff this here, look at that. That's pretty cool. And it looks like he kind of keeps up. Now obviously we need to kind of keeps up. So it looks like this dude goes a little bit faster. Actually, this seems to sort it. Unless sand processes faster. But instead of like getting the bonus speed or the extra speed from diagonally going big one to small one, we just get a belt running across, another belt running across, and straight into this guy. And that seems to slow him down enough that this keeps up. Well, it seems like ores process just as fast as everything else. So I think this will be fine. Obviously we want to try and increase our yields from this. And possibly also smelt it. So if we make some of these fans and we just chuck water in front of it, we can get nuggets. We then need to crush those nuggets, or pack them. And from what I've seen, it doesn't matter if you get like different nuggets. Like if you've got iron and copper nuggets in the same thing, it'll only process the, like if there was 9 copper nuggets and 3 iron nuggets, you'd get the copper ingot out of it and the iron nuggets would be fine. So I think that'll be cool. But I do have a question. Would you rather see this pack or vanilla in terms of like a multiplayer series? Because it seems like most of the people on the server, well, in the Infinite Realms Discord server, are playing on the vanilla server. There's a bit of stuff happening over there, so I'd be perfectly fine with jumping over there and doing some stuff. I'd kind of keep the same thing happening that I'm doing at the moment, which is, well, now it's kind of mostly the modded series with the odd Infinite Realms episode in between. And that was just because, one, the modded series is easier to make. It's quicker to make the episodes. Everything's a little bit slower in this, and even slower in vanilla, like in terms of getting something cool built for like a section of the episode, if you will. So yeah, should I carry on with this, where we're not running into people super frequently, or jump on the vanilla server where there's probably more interaction with other people? I'd like to hear your thoughts anyway. But let's carry on, and I think we increase our ore yields. Alright, so we now have these encased fans. Pretty easy to make. Just a bit of iron, andesite alloy, iron sheets obviously, so I did have my press set up. I wonder if I can still have that here. Well, not there. That's not the thing. Can I have you there? I can. That would still work. I mean, not great. Not a great place for it, but that's probably cool. Now, actually thinking about it, these would be good for a mob farm. They're obviously a little bit annoying to deal with at the moment. So temporarily we will just do this so that it stops pushing us around so much. And we'll work on it like this. So what you need to do is run this crushed copper ore. And we're actually going to have to come back more. But you run it past fans blowing through water, essentially. So we need to have water in front of these guys, which means the belt's actually going to have to run here. But this seems kind of slow. Okay, so I got the water set up where it looks like it's trying to work. We track the crushed ore here. And you can, oops, I keep thinking that zoom, and you can see particle effects coming off it. But he doesn't stay there for long enough. Now, we could slow the belt down, which I think would work. However, we do have things like these brass tunnels, or brass funnel, because you have filter slots, but then, I was thinking we could have filter slots that only allow certain items through, but then we have to have like multiple filters for each type of crushed ore. If I can spell crushed. So that's 5 types of ore. Well, no, we're never going to be washing brass, right? Well, we could. Oh, but why would you do that? Maybe we just slow it down. I mean, I could add another fan, but then it's just getting really long. And I don't see an advantage to that. Okay, so here are some brass tunnels. Just set up this monstrosity that we got going on here. Just so I could run this mechanical mixer with the blaze thing to make some brass, because I only had brass sheets. So, my theory is... could be wrong. But if we were to put this here, we ran this belt. We might go for like iron trapdoors or some other trapdoor because wood doesn't quite look as cool. And that's definitely going to make a mess, but if we had a brass tunnel, I think we almost need... These can go anywhere, right? Like this could go here? No, but what if... Okay, what if the belt came slightly further? Could we have a brass tunnel here? We could. Oh, that looks cool. So if that was there, and we said that only copper nuggets could come out. If we checked crushed copper ore, is it going to get stuck because it can't come out? Oh, that might be enough that it's going to process before it gets to the end. It's going to sit there. No. Oh dear. Why did you come out? I thought that was... So we need to set it on the input. That's annoying. That is annoying because I was kind of planning... I was kind of planning on having like multiple of these connected. Oh, I thought you could do that. I thought we could connect multiple. If I break that, is water going to go everywhere? Yes. Alright. I swear you could connect multiple of these. You can. We'll form a group, and my plan was to like put multiple outputs so that stuff could only go in one direction. But it seems like we'd need to be filtering ore before it even got here. That would be really annoying. Like we could do this. So only copper nuggets can go in. And let's just try it by... I'm stuck. I'm stuck. If we just checked like this right here. Is it going to hold it where it gets washed? It looks like it actually would. And then eventually that'll get processed. And now it would come through. Yes. Okay. So we can do that. And that means this doesn't need to be big and long. It can just be like one. It can just be one. Okay. So, still a bit of a mess. But I just ran some belts and gears and stuff to get all this stuff going. And my plan is, I just went and mined like one of each type of crushed ore that there is. If iron can only go in here, copper can only go in here, gold can only go in here, and zinc can only go in here, anything else will go into this guy. So we'll filter everything that's not that. It's going to come out of here into like a chest of some description. And that's going to be like our cobblestone that we get, or if we're crushing up and getting flint, it's all going to end up here. The other stuff is going to go into a bunch more brass tunnels that only accept the processed versions, so the nuggets. And they're going to come out and Yes, we're going to have to do that because we want to let it wait until it's finished. That way we only need one fan. So we're going to need a whole bunch more of them. And they're only going to accept the fully processed. And if we spin this guy fast enough, which we may or may not be alright stress-wise, if we spin him fast enough, we can always run like another water wheel here. He will shoot this. He's only got to go... He'll come forward another one. He's only got to go four across because we don't need to wash this dude. And this should be cool. I think. Okay. So I think I have it sorted. We're going to get rid of this chest, but he's got a bunch of junk in him. So what we're going to do is... This guy's going to biff stuff, hopefully all the way up here. Let's test it with a piece of dirt. Yes, that goes all the way up there. We can't see it, but it should have been getting crushed, and actually stuff might come out. Stuff didn't come out. Okay, but we've got some ore. So if we grab this ore, and this should all work semi-perfectly. I think. So we chuck ore. I mean, let's just do half of it, because I still might want to do some more testing. He biffs ore up there. Ore comes down onto the belt. Ore then goes onto this belt. And this belt's a little bit slow. We're going to want to speed this belt up. Now, you should... I thought this is what you did. I thought these were now connected. Maybe we need to set the output like this. So this would be where zinc would go. Ah, I've done it around the wrong way. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. We should be able to clear that. So iron is this one. Gold is this one. And copper is this one. And then we clear the filters. And now that goes in. That goes to the right place. But if he's full, he'll go there. So I think we might have to restrict this guy to ore processing, and then only cobblestone comes out here. Now we could extend it more, but there's too many potential items. So if we only use this guy for ore processing, I think he'd be fine now. It does output on every single one of them, which I guess we could restrict. We could restrict the output. If we did this, would this mean all of the stuff that goes in only comes out this guy? I think so. I think so. So if we chucked in... I mean, let's just chuck in some of this crushed stuff. So if we chucked in crushed copper, crushed iron. It's a little bit slow. Still want to speed this one up. But he goes in. He's going to sit there until he's processed. He's processed. He comes in. And they only come out this guy. Perfect. Okay, so I think this works. We're getting stuff processed. Can't make this guy go any faster just yet. We either need more water wheels or I need to finally build a windmill. And it's probably the case that I need to build a windmill. But I made this filter. Now there's an attribute filter. Which probably would be quite fancy. And that's just brass nuggets. Maybe we make that. Because I made this filter. And I want that. Looks like we can set... I mean, this is all we need, right? So we could set, like, only output fully processed ingots. So this is deny list. We want allow list. It's on allow list. Allow list. Items pass if they match the above. Cool. Ignore data. Yes. Ah, cool. It tells you. So if this was on... I guess this part. Oh, it's on all of them. Cool. This would only extract, like, I'm assuming we could use a hopper. He's getting nuggets, so that's not working. That doesn't work like that. Maybe we have to use a create thing. But if this was, no, if this was like this. Yes. And you should only output fully formed ingots. It goes into our system. It gets washed. It won't go through until it's finished being washed. Takes a while because there's a bunch. This goes into this dude. He presses them out. And we're only getting fully formed ingots. Now he's a little bit slow. And perfect. Well, kind of perfect. This should work. Is about all you could say about this. And I guess we can kind of hide some stuff. That doesn't look great though. We probably want to do something to tidy that up a little bit. But now, by the time nuggets get all the way here, they get processed, they get flung into a hopper. And I don't even think we need this hopper, but for symmetry, it can be there. And I guess the real test is, can it handle multiple types of nuggets at the same time, which I think it can. So if we had like some iron, some zinc, and there's some gold. What's the other one? Copper. And if we had some copper, and all of this stuff was ending up here, is it going to be fine? And it does get a little bit jammed up. So I guess it's going to depend if this is too fast for this end of the processing, which I suspect it might be. We could speed the fan up, and I think that would make it turn it into nuggets faster. But we're kind of at the stress limit for how fast this guy can go. And yeah, like there's all sorts of random nuggets in there, but we're ending up with ingots. So I might just go and mine a whole bunch of ore, and then we'll give this guy one proper test, and it'll fill the roof in. Actually, will I? No, because I haven't actually got lights in here yet. So back in a second. Alright, very successful mining trip. 47 diamonds. Not a lot of ore, to be honest. Like, we got more diamonds than we got gold. Which I guess makes sense. And I'm just all the way down to Y11-ish. And yeah, excavate. Amazing, amazing. So this will be at least an alright test of this. I chucked a bit of crushed ore onto this belt before I left, and it's not keeping up. I think we want like multiple mechanical presses, probably multiple basins, multiple weighted ejectors, and maybe we just biff everything onto a belt that then goes into chests. I think that might be better. Yeah, I don't think this stuff's going to keep up at all. Which is fine. Yeah, like this guy's going to start backing up. He's just not going fast enough. But I'm interested to see that the cobblestone goes in the right place. That's going to be the test. And actually, the right place for cobblestone is going to be on the ground. Yeah, I didn't... That should probably go somewhere, right? I guess a hopper into a chest will be fine. And to be honest, we probably don't even need to be collecting this cobblestone. We probably should just void it, I think. But I mean, I guess we've got it set up now. We'll leave it. You'll be fine. Alright, we got ourselves ore. This might be doubling, or almost doubling, or maybe sometimes more than doubling. I forget. But yeah. Good to have an actual semi-complex contraption created, and looking forward to seeing what else we can do with it. Maybe the mob farm so we can get a whole bunch of experience. I think could be quite cool. Hey, it's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one, unless everybody says they'd rather just see vanilla with other people. Still going to be keeping the modded series going though, like the multi-block commanders at the moment. Bye!